In this video, we'll be showcasing the new maxed out Shiny Wumbo level 100 Neptune Crown SQUOG, the best boss killer in this game with the tiniest range ever. So in order to do this, we're gonna actually have to trade for a SQUOG because we are very SQUOG poor at the moment. The reason I'm trading is so I don't have to roll Neptune Crown and waste all my food, so let's do this. And here he is, Monkey666897. I don't know what kind of name that is, but anyway, let's get the SQUOG trade going. I'm gonna give him an Easter bunny. He's gonna give me this almost maxed out SQUOG, and I think this is a good deal for me. Well, it's good enough for me. Would I recommend it? Probably not. Okay, this is limited. This has 20,000 to exist, but I want it to test for you guys. All right, we're gonna trade this guy for a bit of food. This won't max me out or anything, but yeah, let's just get this done with. Never mind, actually, he's just sitting there. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna feed him up with the rest of what I have, give him to level 94, and then I guess I'll have to ship him off to an alt because I cannot find any food trades. Found some food. Okay, he keeps adding more. I'm trying to ready up. I don't need this. Okay, I don't need this. I think he's trying to flex on me. Okay, thank God he accepts the trade. I thought he was just taunting me, like putting food in the starving guy's face, but there we go. We got the trade done. We can now level 100 this thing. I know I overpaid. I wouldn't recommend doing that. It is for the video. And there we go. Level 100 SQUOG with secret formula on the top, of course. Let's take it into the boss battle without any waiting. And here we go. Let's hit play, run on over. And as always, we're going to be doing the hardest boss, Lionfish tier 5. Boom. All right, we're finally in the battle because I've been under the map 4 times almost. Boom. Here's the Lionfish. Here's the SQUOG. We are aiming to beat this boss. No other unit has beat it yet that I've tested on this channel. So we are at 1.8 million health, the furthest any unit has gone on this channel. Check my old videos to see the best secrets all level 100 tested. And we still have a minute to spare, which is kind of crazy. I think we're gonna get this down before the minute mark. And yeah, here we go. One more hit after this. Boom. A minute and 2 seconds, and the SQUOG takes down the Sea Lion tier 5. 25.92 million damage in 4 minutes, 18 seconds, it says here. But then again, that includes the time it took me to hit play. So it's actually 3 minutes and 58 seconds. And after we do the math here, that would give SQUOG a total of 108,907 DPS. So damage per second, 108,907. I'm going to round that to just 110,000, let's just call it. But yeah, man, that is absolutely incredible. But as you'll see, the reason he does so much DPS, almost double that of even secret units that are in the meta, is because he has the tiniest range I've ever seen. Look at this. 15 range with secret formula and maxed out. And he only hits one enemy at a time. He's a single target, low range unit. Basically a brick. Basically a bad Pioneer Rock. Or should I say a Pioneer Rock with no upgrades, if you guys remember. But yeah, his DPS is just undeniably good. So that means I'm going to have to use him as a starter. He's cheap to place, 1250, cheaper than the Olympian. Probably 10 times more DPS than the Olympian. I don't actually know. I haven't tested the Olympian. Should I test the Olympian though? Let me know, guys. If we do a starter unit head-to-head with Sea Lion, SQUOG, Olympian, what is really the best starter unit? But there we go. We upgrade him. We can get his range to a max of 19. So a lot of people are probably screaming and saying, use Pursuit, use Pursuit. But honestly, Pursuit's not even good on this guy. I'll tell you why. Even with Pursuit, his range only goes up 35%. That would give him 27 range, which would stick out to about here. It would still be way too low. So what I'm going to do instead is probably put Vortex on him so there's less units. Because obviously with Sidekick, I can place 3 like this. I don't want to place 3, to be honest, because you're definitely going to have to micro this. If you don't know what micro is, let me insert a clip real quick of microing. So you can use this guy as a starter, and then when you're on a boss wave, what you're going to do is you're going to place your SQUOGs. Let's get rid of this T-Rex at the front here, okay? And then once this boss leaves the range, you're going to place another one and then spam upgrade him. We'll delete this one and repeat. Basically, you just do this on every single boss wave. Then we'll go here, and I can place 3, but usually I'd have Vortex, so... And then you can even get macros that will spam T for you, and there we go. The boss goes down pretty easily. To have that consistent 110,000 or so DPS we talked about earlier on the boss at all times is just perfect. It's going to outdamage everything, including the Hydra Karen. And I just think with only 2, it'd be a lot easier to micro, and with Vortex, it will attack faster. I have done a test Vortex versus Sidekick. It was actually Sharky in my Discord who let me borrow his level 100 King Jellyfish in the last video. And he tested it with Sidekick versus Vortex, and he found out with Sidekick, it's actually like 5 seconds faster, which it shouldn't be because, you know, Vortex does negate 50% of its SPA apparently. But SPA doesn't really work in this game properly. It's misrepresented on the unit stats. But yeah, anyways, guys, let's see how far you can get with just the 3. I'm not going to move him around. I'm actually going to move this one to the choke point as well. And by the time I max him, I want to make sure, okay, he doesn't cover the full thing. So I'm going to delete all these actually. I'm going to have to quickly get them back down in triangle formation. Don't even think that helped. Yeah, I placed that one terribly. Well, there we go. I got them all down and now it's a bit more balanced. Let's upgrade them all. And now we can cover the whole choke point here, which is good. Yeah, let's just see how far they get like this. I'm going to micro on a later wave. I've already inserted that into the video though. But yeah, anyways, guys, we're taking a little bit of damage. Okay, we just leaked a big slow anchovy, which kind of sucks. I'm not moving these until a boss wave. So yeah. Okay, so when there's a swarm, these batters just can't keep up. And look at this. I think we're actually about to die on 449. So I won't even make it to a boss wave to move him. But look at this. Big slows coming through. But most definitely, these things just do so much DPS on whatever it's focused on, where it would help with bosses so much if you know how to micro them. To the point, I think it actually is the best start in the game. I really do. It's cheaper to place in the Olympian and the Rhino. It's cheaper to upgrade and it also does way more DPS. You just have to move it with the boss. You have to micro him. There's something I can promise you guys. Every single Endless record will have this unit in the future. That is for sure, unless they add a better starter. But even if you don't need a starter, I would still use the squag. I'm not going to lie. So down the line, once we get our maxed out lineup, which we'll be making a series for, trading for the best lineup in the game, I will actually set the record and use the squag just to show you guys how good it truly is. And Jared's gonna let us use this Hydra Karen so we can see how far this goes in the boss battle. We've now got the Hydra Karen equipped down here. We are gonna take it into the boss battle with the minute 2 score to beat. Let's go to Lionfish tier 5 once again. Bang. Okay, and after 7 tries, we're in the boss battle. Score to beat's a minute and 2. So we need to get this above a minute 2, obviously, the time left, because that is what Squog had with the same trait, same level, and stars. So let's go. So the reason Karen's a little worse is because just look how slow it attacks. So here's an attack, and then if we wait 3, 2, 1, 0, pull -1, but it's like 6 seconds each attack, but it does so much damage. And obviously, I don't think its ability goes off in here either, but still, I think the Squog's gonna beat it, but we'll see for the end. Again, score to be a minute 2 seconds. Okay, so we already lost. I missed the minute 2 mark, but yeah, this thing is way worse than the squag when it comes to sheer DPS. So if you know how to use the squag and move him along with the boss or micro, as I showed, you will be set with the squag. He might even be one of the best units in the game. He might actually make the most impact to an Endless team besides the Dream Carrier, of course. I wonder what it'd be like if we could use the ability though on the Hydra Karen, because I know that does a lot of damage, but even then, I don't know if it's being the squag. Okay, and we just died and we had 3.8 million health left. We did 22.53 million, which is actually worse than even Rex, which did 22.57 million if you saw my Rex video. So yeah, guys, Squog is one of the only units. Actually, no, it is the only unit that can solo that besides maybe Jellyfish, but I haven't tried that. I didn't try it with Jellyfish. Wait, why did I try it with Jellyfish? So guys, with that said, Squog is the only unit in the game that can solo the boss battle, at least the hardest one, by himself. So yeah, make sure you guys get a Squog on your team. This thing is very, very good and it's super cheap and it is the best starter, if anything. So yeah, get them on your team, learn how to micro, and let's get these Endless runs going. Also, check out the video on the left of your screen if you want to see the maxed out Rex, which is the best unit in the game right now, I would say. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.